Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Wednesday, November 6, 2019. All right, so today a very simple day in the astrology. We are on one level easing up from some of the energy from yesterday, particularly the Mars square Pluto. So if yesterday you felt any powerful energy or deep energy in your life, that's starting to lift off a bit, but still really good to implement anything that does require a bit of determination or empowerment. Now the moon is going to be well set in Aquarius today, so the backdrop theme will likely be around cultivating our freedom of self-expression, our eccentricities, maybe creating some healthy disruption in our life for more freedom, and all in all just focusing on the future, whatever that might mean for you individually. And we are in the Gibbous phase of the lunar cycle, so we are starting to build a little bit of momentum coming out of maybe some more of the challenging energy from earlier in the week and starting to get some wind in our sails as we do approach the next full moon. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Wednesday. And again, we are using the actual size of the constellations as seen in the visible sky. This does change the signs from mainstream astrology. So if you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information. All right, so let's take a look first at the moon's placement for the day, which represents the theme. We have the moon in progressive Aquarius. So the theme likely around creating some freedom in our life. This could be freedom of self-expression, of individuality, but also freedom of maybe creating some change or some healthy disruption in our life to induce a bit of that more freedom and essence of our true self. So great day for being progressive, innovative, experimenting, and any future ideals that you may have, either for yourself or the world at large, could be really good to cultivate during this part of the lunar month. So we are in the Gibbous phase of the lunar cycle, which means we are starting to build a bit of momentum from the cycle. We had a new moon about a week and a half ago, and so now we have a bit of support between the sun and moon energy. So from anything that started about a week and a half ago, great to continue to implement, but we may just notice a bit of that support, a bit of momentum, and again, a kind of wind in our sails as we do approach the next full moon, which will be early next week, I believe. All right, so with this general energy, no major aspects going exact here today, but we are easing up off of some of the collectively challenging energy we may have felt earlier in the week. We had Mars square Pluto go exact yesterday. So if there was anything the past couple days, maybe around deeper energy or strong attachments, our personal needs being very strong or attachments being very strong, that energy is starting to dissipate here today. But it does make it still really good to implement this because it is in the aftermath of it. And so implementing anything that does require a bit of self-empowerment, a bit of determination, some transformation, deep diving, removing of obstacles, right? Pursuing our personal needs in ways that are conscious and healthy, I think can be a great way of working with the day just in general. All right, and then other than this, we do have Saturn sextiling up to Neptune, which has been a yearly energy since January, starting to go exact. That's going to contact on Friday, the 8th. So as we approach Friday, as a subtle energy, if you do notice there is anything that you have been building in your life this year that has maybe been a sort of ideal or something that's been very important on a soul level or more etheric, and you've been noticing a little bit of ebb and flow with it, this is going to culminate into the final contact here later this week. So anything that started around January 31st to be exact, that is on this level of building towards ideals or noticing some flow with some new structures in your life, this stuff could be solidifying. So great way to work with the day, but I would say the later part of the week just in general with that aspect. All right, everyone, so that's the day in a nutshell. We do have some minor lunar aspects. Most importantly, the moon will be squaring Venus. Nothing major, but a good day for maybe implementing some things involving relating. finding balance and harmony in relationships. And in fact, that really is the backdrop of the larger picture. We've recently had the sun enter into Libra, the scales. And so over the coming weeks, it will be great to be focusing on this. How can we bring in more balance into our life and in interpersonal relationships as well? We've been thinking in this way. We might be reevaluating things on this level with Mercury retrograde at this time. It's still good to be flexible, experimenting, trying new things just in general, but maybe about what can bring in some more balance both in our personal and interpersonal lives. Venus is in deep Scorpio, so great to be enjoying the deeper dimensions of life and of relationships. And Mars still in grounded Virgo, suggesting actions that we take still around improvement and refinement, which has been a very large theme the past over 2 months actually with that constellation. All right, so that's a bit of a backdrop, but the most important thing here today is we are building some momentum in this lunar cycle. And with the moon in Aquarius, it's great to get into that progressive side of ourselves, future-oriented, innovative, and culminating into a little bit more freedom of self-expression that we can implement in our life here today. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the daily forecast. Take care.